She says green juice from a blender is best as opposed to a juicer. Blenders keep all the good stuff inside your beverage. Fiber, vitamins, nutrients that juicers tend to toss away. But dial that part in and
I think it's a good way to keep people motivated.
Motivated to go green and get back on your resolution wagon for good this time. In Woodland Hills, Gordon Tokumatsu, NBC4 News.
This is NBC4 News at 5.
This process really painted a picture of someone who I am not. I know who I am. And I just hope to move on from this now.
Now, for the first time and only on 4, we are hearing from former LA City Council member Jose Huizar hours after he was sentenced to 13 years in prison. He was convicted on corruption charges after he pocketed $1.5 million in cash and gifts. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Kathy Vara, in today for Annabelle. Now, this is the first time that we are hearing from the former councilman since the scandal broke in 2018. NBC4's John Caddies-Klimak has the exclusive one-on-one interview.
Well, I'd like to ask forgiveness, first of all, to my family, to the city of Los Angeles, especially my constituents as well.
Moments after his sentence, ex-LA Councilman Jose Huizar speaking with us and only to NBC4 for the first time since he left office in shame. The FBI clearing out his City Hall office in a corruption investigation that would ultimately result in today's sentence, 13 years in federal prison.
We did a lot of great work, but I apologize. I'm sorry.
15 years as the representative of District 14. It includes East LA, Boyle Heights, where we met him on the new 6th Street Bridge, a project that got its start under his tenure.
I'd like to think that I made a positive impact in the lives of thousands of people in my district and the city as a whole. And, I just want to move on from this.
The now convicted felon reflecting on his time in office, admitting to have lined his own pockets with more than $1 million at the expense of Angelinos, many of those who couldn't even afford to live here. Among the crimes he admitted to included accepting bribes to approve expensive high-rise developments instead of building affordable housing.
This process really painted a picture of someone who I am not. I know who I am. And I just hope to move on from this now and heal. There's a lot of healing to do. And I love this city. I love my constituents. I hope I didn't let them down.
I'm joking now. This is hard.
It's hard. This is something that nobody would want to go through. And I certainly didn't imagine myself going through something like this. Nobody does, when they're involved in high-stakes games in politics. You don't imagine you'd be in this situation, but unfortunately I am, and like I said, I know who I am, and this process made me out to be somebody that I am not.
Today, a federal judge said Huizar will have to pay back the city, pay back taxes, and report to prison at the end of April. Ahead on the NBC4 News at 6, more with the ex-councilman. John Caddies-Klimak will talk about what it took to get Huizar to face the cameras again just before he begins that 13-year prison sentence.
Follow up now to a story we first brought you yesterday. A woman is now under arrest for shooting and killing a man in Santa Monica. The victim was Edward Williams. Police found him shot inside his parked car. He was rushed to the hospital where he died. Investigators arrested Kayla McKee, who is homeless, they say. At this point, police haven't released any kind of motive.
The trial of socialite Rebecca Grossman started today. She is charged with the murder of 2 young brothers in Westlake Village 4 years ago. Prosecutors say Grossman was speeding when she hit the boys while they were in a marked crosswalk. But her defense attorneys say someone else hit them first and threw them onto Grossman's car. The trial resumes Monday morning.
And developing now, we're following another case, this one involving former President Donald Trump. A jury is ordering him now to pay more than $83 million to E. Jean Carroll. She has accused the former president of sexually abusing her. The jury found that the former president defamed her. We are joined now by our NBC political contributor, Dr. Fernando Guerra. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
$83 million is way more than Carroll had asked for. How did the jury settle on that amount? And did the former president's behavior in court play into this award at all?
Oh, probably, but the whole idea